What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So undefeated, unified, 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF, welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Errol the Truth Spence Jr., who is widely considered to be top 2, if not number 1, definitely top 5, pound for pound, best fighters in the world, with a record of 28 wins, no loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout. 33 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. Errol Spence, he was asked in an interview he did about obviously the undisputed welterweight showdown between himself and undefeated three-division world champion, who was the undisputed junior welterweight world champion, widely considered by many to be the number 1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, with a record of 39 wins, no losses, no draw, 30 big wins by way of knockout, 35 years of age, 5'8", with a 74-inch arm reach. And he's the reigning WBO welterweight world champion in Terrence Crawford. And he did an interview yesterday. He did a sit-down with his significant other. And he discussed an exclusive on the rocks with AO, and he discussed Terrence Crawford fight, and now he did an interview with Ellie Setback, and he stated that he was offered a fight with former unified welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Keith one-time Thurman. He was also offered a fight with a few other fighters, and he said that he told them no. As we knew, they were trying to push a fight between him and Keith Thurman. We knew that they were attempting to push that fight, and he stated he turned all that down. He told them the only thing he wants is Terrence Bud Crawford. He said the negotiations are going very, very well. And, he stated that it's going great. And he believes it's going to happen. And, fans can't complain now, right? Because this is what the fans wanted. This is what the fans asked for. So he stated, I'm giving the fans what they wanted. I'm giving the fans what they asked for. They can't complain now. You know what I mean? So the fans can't complain because I'm giving you what you wanted. It just took time, right? Which is 1,000% true. This fight comes to fruition, giving the fans, this is the fight the fans wanted to see. This is the biggest fight in boxing, right? This is the biggest fight in boxing, right? As far as competitive accomplishments and legacy goes. Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia was a fight of popularity, okay? Gervonta Tank Davis has a huge fan base on social media inside the sport of boxing. He lived up to the billing, knocked out 27 of his 29 opponents. Ryan Garcia, huge fan base outside the sport of boxing, massive fan base, endorsements and popularity. So it made for an extremely popular fight, right? And then that fight ended up doing 1.2 to 1.4 million pay-per-view buys, 22 million live gate. So Ryan Garcia is not accomplished. He's never fought for a world title, so he's never even won a world title. But he has a huge fan base, population of fans that support him, and so that made it enormous. But Tank is accomplished. He's a 5-time world champion, 3-division champion. Held the WBA super title at super featherweight, the IBF super title at super featherweight. He simultaneously held the WBA title in 3 separate weight classes, so he's well accomplished. In this fight, they both undefeated. Terrence Crawford has knocked out 11 or 12 of his last 13 opponents. Errol Spence is a unified champion, unified the belts in the division. And so with that said, it makes for there's never been a 4 major sanctioned belt welterweight world champion in the history of the sport of boxing. History will be on the line. Terrence Crawford win the fight, he'll be undisputed in 2 separate weight classes. Errol Spence win the fight, he'll be the first undisputed welterweight to hold all 4 major sanctioned belts, and he absolutely cleaned out the division. So there's a lot riding on the line, and it's a lot of legacy. And they top 5 both pound for pound best fighters, regardless of what order you put them in. Ryan Garcia was not top 10 pound for, not even top 15 pound for pound best fighters in the world. Okay, Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence are both top 5, regardless of what order. If you think Errol Spence is 1, Terrence Crawford is 2, Errol Spence is 4, Terrence Crawford is 5. It don't matter what order you put them in. For sure, they both should be in everybody's top 5 pound for pound. They both undefeated, and they both world champions. So the implications for this fight is a lot different than it is for Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. And then he was asked about Conor Benn. And, Conor Benn saying that he wanted to fight Tank and he'll beat Tank. And, so he said, man, Conor Benn need to fight me. He can't knock me out. Yeah, he absolutely cannot knock out Errol Spence. Absolutely not. So he said that it looks great. It looks like it's going to happen. Hopefully it happens. There's a lot of different reports, a lot of different rumors, a lot of different chatter as to when this fight is going to happen, if it's going to happen, where it's going to happen, what's the date. You had, the cable company had it, Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford in June. You understand what I'm saying? And, I don't think that that's going to happen no more. I think that if they do fight, it'll definitely be in July. There's reports that it could be July 22nd, and there's reports that it could be July 12th. Who knows? At the end of the day, we just need to see this fight over the hump and come to fruition. So Errol Spence, he said that he was offered to fight with Keith Thurman. He was offered to fight with, other fighters, but he told him he'd rather sit on the shelf and he'd rather wait and fight Terrence Crawford. That's the fight that he wants, and that's the fight that the fans want to see. Commercial wise, is it going to do 1.2 to 1.4 like Tank and Ryan? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who knows? Will it do a $22 million gate? I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. This is a fight where you have a guy 35 and Terrence Crawford guy in 33. They're both at the peak of their career and on heading to the other side of their career. Where Ryan Garcia is young, Tank is young, they appeal to a different fan base, a different audience, younger fan base, a younger audience. So it's completely different, right? So with that said, I believe it can do 1.1 million, maybe, a little bit over. But time is not on their side because fans are now growing tired of waiting for this fight to be announced. And they're agitated now. Fans are getting annoyed. At one point in time, it was exciting, whether he was Terrence Crawford fan, whether he was Errol Spence fan. But now the fans, regardless, they used to point fingers. Well, it was Terrence Crawford fault. It was Errol Spence fault. Now they're not even pointing the fingers. They could care less. They just want to see the fight happen. So the time is not on their side. They need to hurry up. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the bell icon, hit the like button. Make sure you hit the all on the bell icon so you get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.